So I was broken up with and laid off all in less than a week. Yeah. That should be really terrible, right? Like, it's really scary when things like this happen. And sure, it is scary when those things just happen when you weren't expecting them. But to me, I view that as a tremendous sign from the universe that I was living somebody else's life and not my own. Because in my opinion, the way I think that energy works is that whatever you feel and think is what you're attracting to you. And a lot of that is subconscious and some of that is conscious as well. But if you feel like this sort of energetic force, like out of where you might feel comfortable, it's like you're being shifted into the position that is a better energetic match for who you are. And I really think that I didn't even realize it at the time, but that I was settling in a lot of ways, in the sense where my heart had needs that I felt like couldn't be met. Like it wasn't possible, and so this is the best that there is for those needs to be met. The needs of feeling appreciated, feeling admired. I don't tend to think of those as needs that a normal person should expect, much less demand. The need to feel understood, the need to feel freedom, the need to feel communicated to clearly and frequently. These needs that are key to my personality weren't being met, but that was okay in my mind. I was taking whatever I thought that the world has and not viewing the world as abundant and full of opportunities for me that might help me grow. I was viewing the world as full of limits, and I was viewing the world through a lens of lack. And what this has taught me, and it's literally been less than a week that all of this has happened. A week ago, I was at my job and planned on seeing my boyfriend the next day. And I kind of have whiplash, but oh my goodness, like this is exactly what I needed, because it's almost like all of the limitations that I subconsciously was putting on where I could go, who I could be, are like now gone, and now it's completely up to me to decide what I'm doing with my life. It's like the universe is leaving room for something bigger and more suited for me. And I want to make clear that this is not like shade on my ex or my ex-employer. It's just that it's not even saying that I'm better and I'm moving on to better things or anything like that. It's just a matter of fit, and better things is subjective to the person that you're talking to and talking about, with has different needs and different desires for growth. Both the guy I was dating and my old employer, I'm sure they'll find someone more suited for them that will make them happier. It's just really amazing to think about what becomes possible whenever it seems like nothing is possible. And I think that it is in those moments where a good person can become great. How do you handle these moments? Comment below, tell me how you handle moments where you feel like the rug is just pulled from beneath you and that you have no stability, you don't know what's happening, you don't know what the next year is going to look like, you don't even know what the next month's going to look like. You don't know who's going to support you, you don't know if you want to live in the same town, you don't know where you want to go in your career, you don't know what friends you want to hang out with. you don't know like what sort of partner you want to have. Like, what do you do in those situations? Do you acknowledge your feelings? Do you give yourself time to process? Do you give yourself time to rest? Do you seek out help from people that are in positions slightly higher than you that might be able to give you resources? Are you able to humble yourself and realize all you have to learn? Are you able to tap into that inner wisdom that is within you? Are you able to reach out to friends? Are you able to really get to the root of what do I want to do with my life? That's all you can do, and it's how you respond in those moments of uncertainty. And do you want to respond with fear, or do you want to respond with growth? And I think that that's the difference between a good person and a great person, is how do you respond in those moments? Now, this is just my example, but how do you respond when you find out that your mom or dad like has cancer? How do you respond when you in any sort of adversity or trauma? This is the difference between people that are good and great. People that are great have a positive spin on their trauma that makes their life better in a weird way. Like, maybe you started, like, not that it made your life literally better, but it allowed for a possibility that didn't exist before. Like, maybe someone you love gets cancer, and then you start this foundation that impacts lots of people because you were impacted by a loved one. I'm not saying that everything in life is good. It's not. But it's about what doors can open from those moments of uncertainty and the moments of trauma. Do you respond by looking at the doors that have opened that you can then walk into, or do you respond by looking at the doors that just closed? Because every time a door closed, another opens. I know that is the most cliche thing in the world, but I think that it's repeated so much because so many people don't believe it and they don't act as though that's true. And maybe just because it seems too good to be true, or it's hard to believe, or something like that. But it's in those moments where a great person creates opportunity out of adversity and pain and uncertainty. A good person is able to live with it and still be a good person. A bad person lets that trauma and that uncertainty affect them in the way where they then start acting like a dick to other people, to be honest. And they start, this is when someone who was bullied in high school, like, shoots up a school or something. Or, bad people respond to trauma with fear. I don't believe that there's a such thing as bad people where people are just born with malicious intent. That's fear talking. And responding with fear happens to the best of us, and I know that life is not equal, access is not equal, opportunity is not equal, and there's a lot that we have to do to make this world a better place where there's more equal opportunity for all people from all backgrounds and of all strengths. We are not there yet, not at all. But no matter where you are on the spectrum of your life, no matter what social class you're in, no matter what, how much adversity you had to face in your life, or if you've had to face any oppression or anything like that, no matter what level you are at in life, it's about what you do with the opportunity. And, because that's really the only thing that we have control over. We can't be looking to the other opportunities that other people have, because there's always going to be someone with more opportunity and there's always going to be someone with less. And the only way to get up is to take your trauma as an opportunity. And I want to make clear, very clear, that I'm not saying that anyone listening to this should act as though trauma is a good thing, or like that trauma's not that bad, or shame themselves for being upset. Like, the number one step to getting over your trauma and making it an opportunity is to process. I'm telling you, cry. I'm telling you, write about it. I'm telling you, talk to your friends. I am not an advocate for acting as though it's no big deal. It is a big deal. Life is a big deal. Your life is a big deal, and your happiness is a big deal. So nobody else is going to think that your happiness is a big deal if you don't start acting like it yourself. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. And unfortunately, whenever something bad happens, the only choice we get is, do we want to look at this in a good way or not? I think that a lot of the community of positive thinking and like the law of attraction and stuff like that, I think that a lot of people in that positive thinking community accidentally frame it in a way that makes people think that they are supposed to shove their pain under the rug. But you can't do that. You have to process your pain and then make it, and then look for your opportunity. And I think that a lot of people don't want to think positively because they're afraid that if they do that, then they aren't being authentic to the emotion that they're feeling. But it is possible to be authentic to your pain and also choose to do something about it and create something positive about it. So, yes. I thought I would share this life update. I'm not quite sure the future of this channel. It looks as though I'm going to have more free time and more time during the day with good lighting that I can make a video of good quality, maybe some more time to edit. I'm still sort of thinking about if I want to continue the format of me just talking, if I want to stick this to just an MBTI channel, which honestly, I know a lot of you subscribe because you like Myers-Briggs. I don't know if I want to just talk about Myers-Briggs. I kind of want to talk about other things. I don't know if I want to start posting less, but post more well-edited, professional quality video. I'm still working that out. If you like this channel and you like me, please comment and give me ideas. Tell me, what do you want to see from me? Tell me, why did you subscribe? What about me made you want to subscribe? Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to figure out what value I have to bring to the world, and I'm trying to really narrow my head on what I can offer. And I know I have all these fun things I want to talk about on YouTube, and I want to keep going with it, but it's really hard for me to narrow down my bad introverted sensing. It's hard for me to narrow down what exactly it is that I'm offering people, and it's hard to grow this channel if I don't know exactly what I want my niche to be. So if you could help me with that, I would really appreciate it. If you know anyone that you think would like my channel, please let them know to subscribe. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful weekend. And if you are going through any trauma or anything like that and you need anyone to talk to, like, let me know. I can't promise. Actually, I realize that me saying that, I don't know how many comments I will get. I'll do my best to reach out, but just know that you're not alone, and that process it. Let yourself process it, and it's only then when you can get over the hump and then start to make something good of it. But I believe in you. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you.